Welcome, traveler. You've come to Boring Papa's History. History for Sleep, where we leave the rush and noise of the world behind and allow the soft whispers of the past to lull us into a peaceful rest. Tonight, we embark on a journey to a land both wild and mysterious, the land of the Vikings, a time of towering warriors, of gods who shaped the world with their every breath, and of strange rituals that fill the air with both awe and fear. Close your eyes if you can and let the world outside fade away, just as the Vikings once left behind the cares of this world to march toward their destiny. In the flickering light of the fire, we will step into their world, a world where fate and the gods ruled, a world where every moment of life was intertwined with the eternal. Tonight, we won't rush through tales of battle or war. Instead, we will take a slow, peaceful journey into the heart of Viking mythology, the gods they worshipped, the rituals they practiced, and the belief in fate that shaped their every action. Let the winds of the fjord carry us back in time. Let your body relax, your mind wander, and allow the ancient stories to slowly fill your dreams. But before we begin, traveler, I must remind you in the calmest of ways to subscribe to Papa Past for more peaceful stories. Stories that, like tonight, will carry you into the past, one gentle tale at a time. Imagine yourself just for a moment standing in the grand hall of Asgard. The walls shimmer with divine light. The very air hums with the energy of the gods. In the center, Odin, the All-Father, sits upon his throne. His eyes, fierce yet wise, hold the knowledge of all worlds, both mortal and divine. His presence fills the space, commanding both awe and respect. And as you look upon him, you sense the weight of his sacrifices, of the wisdom he has gained at such a great personal cost. Odin, with his one eye, understands that wisdom is not given freely. It is earned through pain, through sacrifice, and through the unyielding pursuit of knowledge. He sits beside his beloved wife, Frigg, who, like him, watches over the realm of gods and men. Together, they rule over Asgard, keeping watch over the 9 realms with vigilance. But Odin's family is not alone in their power. There is Thor, his son, the god of thunder. Picture him now, standing with his hammer, Mjolnir, ready to protect his people. Thor's mighty strength and unyielding courage made him beloved by the Vikings. When the storms raged, it was Thor they turned to for protection. When giants threatened the realms, Thor fought with the fury of 1,000 storms. Then there's Freyja, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, yet also a warrior with a heart of fire. She rules over Folkvanga, her hall where half of the warriors slain in battle will go. But unlike Odin, she chooses those whose bravery and honor truly define them. Freyja, too, has a sacred role. She holds the power of magic known as Seda, and can see the future, just as Odin can. And then there's Loki, the trickster god. He is a being of chaos, a god whose mischief and cunning often upset the balance of Asgard. He is a figure who cannot be trusted, yet he remains at the heart of many stories. Loki's role is complex, at times a friend, at times a foe, but always a force that shakes the gods to their very core. He is the wild card in a world built on order and fate. Fate, it is the force that binds all things together. For the Vikings, fate was not something that could be avoided. It was not something that could be changed. It was an unshakable force, governed by the Norns, the three ancient women who lived beneath the roots of Yggdrasil, the great world tree. The Norns were the weavers of destiny. Urd, the Norn of the past, sat at the root of the tree, carefully weaving the threads of history, a thread that carried the weight of the past and the decisions that had already been made. Her hands moved slowly, methodically, as she created the tapestry of the past. Beside her was Verdandi, the Norn of the present. She sat in the middle of the tree, her fingers deftly weaving the threads of the here and now, pulling at them gently to guide the events of today. Her work was ever-changing, always shifting to accommodate the choices made in the moment. And at the farthest branch of the tree, there sat Skuld, the Norn of the future. She had the most mysterious role. Skuld wove the threads of what was to come, unseen by mortal eyes, but known to the gods. Her thread was the one that moved the future forward, her work hidden, but always unfolding as time passed. The Vikings understood that their fates were already written. Their lives were part of the great tapestry of time, each decision a thread woven by the Norns. To them, fate was a sacred thing, one that should be accepted, revered, and respected. Yet, like all things, it was not without its darker edges. To the Viking warrior, death was not to be feared, but to be embraced. For a Viking's greatest wish was not to die in their bed, peacefully growing old. No, the greatest honor a Viking could achieve was to die in battle, to fall with sword in hand, knowing that they had lived with bravery and honor. And it was this fate that ensured their place in Valhalla, the great hall of Odin. Imagine Valhalla now, traveler. A massive hall built of oak and adorned with shields, its roof thatched with gold. The tables are long and filled with food and drink, for the warriors, Einherjar they are called, are eternal guests here, feasting each night. Every day they engage in great battles, testing their strength and skill. But there is no real danger. When the day's battle ends, their wounds are healed, and they rise again to fight the next day. Here there is no death. There is only glory, camaraderie, and eternal preparation for Ragnarok, the end of the world. And the warriors know deep in their hearts that the final battle will come. But until then, they feast. They live for the moment, knowing that one day they will stand beside Odin himself in the last battle. Now picture the Valkyries, warrior maidens chosen by Odin himself to ride over the battlefields and choose the bravest warriors to join him in Valhalla. They are beautiful, fierce, and powerful. Their wings, shimmering in the light of battle, cut through the air as they descend from the heavens. Their role is not simple. It is one of great responsibility. These are the choosers of the slain. The Valkyries glide over the chaos of battle, selecting those who are worthy of Odin's hall. Theirs is not a gentle task, for in the midst of violence and chaos, they must make the final decision: who will live in Odin's hall and who will be left behind. It is a solemn task, and they take no joy in it. But in their eyes there is no mercy. There is only the cold truth of fate. As we come to the end of our journey tonight, remember this. The Vikings lived not just by the sword, but by their gods, their beliefs, and their understanding of fate. They believed their lives were part of a grand, divine plan, woven by the Norns and shaped by Odin himself. They did not fear death. Instead, they embraced it as the gateway to eternity, to Valhalla, where their lives would be celebrated forever. Now, as you lie here in the quiet of the night, let your thoughts drift away, just as the Vikings would have, knowing that the gods are watching over you, weaving your own thread into the fabric of time. Good night, traveler. May the gods of old watch over your dreams.